Maria, give us those big numbers, because I think the election is still, this has been my belief from day one in Bihar. If the Axis My India poll is right, what we are about to, what Maria is about to tell you could be critical. The gender-wise division of votes that's taking place in Bihar. Maria, give us the numbers.
So NDA, according to Pradeep Gupta's Axis My India, is getting 45% of the female voters and 41% of the male voters. But in comparison to the Mahagathbandhan, he's projecting that 40% female are going towards Mahagathbandhan. There is a gap between the Mahagathbandhan and the NDA is at 5%. And among the male voters, Mahagathbandhan is getting 1% more. But when we look at Jan Suraaj, and I think that becomes important again, because Prashant Kishor's popularity among women is less. It's only 3%, perhaps more among the female. But Rajdeep, in comparison to 2020, this is not much of a swing.
Right. Yeah, but
it's not much of a swing.
Let me just repeat what... No. So let me
not much of a swing.
Let me just repeat this, right? Because I think this is significant. NDA is getting, just a minute, 41% male vote is going to the NDA. 41%, 42% Mahagathbandhan, the Jan Suraaj 5, others 12. This is as per Axis My India, a 1% edge to the Mahagathbandhan. As we pointed out at the outset, Preeti had pointed out how there was a gap, even in absolute numbers, between male and women voters. About 4.5 lakh women across Bihar have voted more than men. That's why the women vote becomes crucial. What is the women vote showing? 45% women, as per the Axis My India poll, are voting for the NDA. 40% for the Mahagathbandhan. It's a 5% gap.
4%, so, Rajdeep. 41%, 45%.
No. Please, 45 plays 40. 45 and 40. Male is 41, 42. 5% gap between party alliance number one. That's huge, because that could be making the difference, particularly when there's been a large voter turnout.
But Rajdeep,
Preeti, are you surprised with this, or is this what you saw on the ground?
No, Rajdeep, you did see. See, the fact is the core constituency of Nitish Kumar is women. You know, you go across Bihar, many see this as the 10,000 rupee scheme that many talk about as a top-up.
No, so just a minute. Was it the 10,000 rupees that was being attractive, or was it the fact that Nitish Kumar over the last 20 years has cultivated a woman?
Rajdeep, it's an image that is cultivated over years. Yeah. It starts off with the cycle, then it starts off metric ke baad itna, inter ke baad itna paisa milega. You know, it's a image cultivated over years. But I'll tell you what I'm surprised with in these numbers. I would have expected the difference to be more. If 10,000 rupees was a factor, this mirrors what 2020 was.
And can I just add,
yes, very quickly.
There is another fact called the Yuva work within Mahila. And I've been time and again saying, I have gone and interviewed girls who were on cycles in the last election, but are going to what are called inter-colleges in and around Jahanabad, where the NDA is doing quite well. And the girl said, आरक्षण नहीं, सुरक्षा चाहिए. हमारे थाना में महिला पुलिस कर्मी लगाओ, ताकि हम सुरक्षा से कॉलेज जा सकें.
Who are they voting for?
The MGB.
The MGB. So yes, there's a section of young. So there are two broad divisions. One is age-wise and one is gender. The problem for the Mahagathbandhan at the moment seems to be these numbers is that the gender-wise division is much greater in terms of absolute numbers, because women are the power of 49 or power of 50, if you want to call it that.
Rajdeep, was there caste? Did caste play a factor amongst women?
Yes.
Because
look,
I'm surprised.
This shows
I was expecting.
Rajdeep, this figure shows caste has played a factor.
We know caste identities are firm, but despite those firm identities, there is a greater propensity of women to rise above caste identities if these poll is right. Am I correct, Sanjay?
Precisely because women are more scheme-centric compared to the males.
Maria, are you surprised to see only did you expect an even higher gap among women?
Yes.
I also pointed out, and we'll put out that graphic. Remember last time, wherever women outpolled men, the NDA won almost more than 60% of those seats. This woman vote seems to have stayed with Nitish Kumar consistently now over 15 to 20 years. He comes from a community, caste, since caste is being mentioned, which is just 2.5 to 3%, and yet is able to pull in 15-16% vote consistently. Does the woman have a emotional attachment? Is it, as you once told me, that they see this as a farewell gift for Nitish Kumar?
Absolutely. I would say gratitude. Women's team tend to have more gratitude, and that's why this is what is reflecting. But Rajdeep, I
Women
would...
tend to have more gratitude?
Yes. And
That's very unfair, but we'll go ahead. Okay.
But this 5% that I'm seeing is perhaps less than what we were sensing on ground.
100%.
We were sensing just about almost like women consolidating behind Nitish Kumar, something like 2010 kind of consolidation and surge among the women. That's not reflecting in these numbers at the moment. But yes, as we have been saying, in 2020, the elections shifted only when the women outnumbered men. They started voting in more numbers. And as the elections moved, it was almost in the third and the second phase, it was close to 6 to 7%. That's not reflecting in these numbers right now.
So is this the 10,000 election or not?
Not really.
Had you not given the 10,000 rupees, the gap might have been even lower.
No, but Rajdeep,
That was the way the NDA countered anti-incumbency.
There are infinite counterfactuals we can debate to no end, right? There is no point doing that. 10,000 was there, is there, will be there. Now look at
I'm
what
asking you this, Rajat. You mentioned at the outset there is anti-incumbency. Do you believe the BJP in particular sensed it and that's why decided
100%.
1 month before the election we have to give this 10,000, it's not going to work otherwise?
See, 10,000 is such a big amount कि घर में बेटी की तिलक हो जाता है 10,000 में 10,000 में तिलक भी हो जाता है नहीं मैम तिलक हो जाता है इतना बड़ा अमाउंट है छोटा पैसा नहीं है अरे allow me to finish मैम
All the women have said सिलेंडर का दाम इतना 10,000 रुपए में कोचिंग में बच्चे का महीना भी नहीं निकलता
नहीं दे रहे हैं ना तो तेजस्वी व्हाट इज तेजस्वी डूइंग देयर
नीतीश कुमार
बिहारी तिलक होता है 10,000 लाख रुपया कॉस्ट है कास्ट वाइज तिलक का दाम
ऐसा भी नहीं है ऐसा भी नहीं है
That 10,000 rupees was about income generation. They bought goats. I saw women setting up melas because of 10,000 rupees.
Okay, let Rajat complete. Rajat, quickly complete.
My point, Maria, is 5% is also not a natural gap. It's quite a big gap. You look at any historical election, right from Jayalalitha's time or any other time. See, this is what constituency he has developed and condensed over time. This is an ossification of a vote base which doesn't change.
I just want to say the CSDS post-poll survey of 2020 had only given a 1% lead among women to the NDA over the Mahagathbandhan. Yeah. So there is a shift.
So all I'm saying, this is a significant 5%. Don't belittle 5%. It has the potential to sweep the election.
To my mind, this is the key factor. If the Axis My India poll is right, 45% women have voted for one side versus 40 on the other. It is game, set, and almost match. That's the way I see it. We'll win. The youth will, of course, be a counterbalance. If the youth also went the same way, it would be a landslide. Yeah. So because the youth have not voted one way, it's a tighter fight. But